welcome into the Huntsman Center. Dusty Lister and Dane Stewart, our final game of the 6A quarterfinals. A rematch of the Region 3 championship game, the Herriman Mustangs and the Riverton Silverwolves. And Dane, this is a little bit different from when we look at Herriman. Last year they had Nani Falatea, they make it to the championship game. A little more fanfare with them, but this is a Region 3 champion once again.
Yeah, it is. And you've got a key returner and a player like Lexi Jensen. We've seen her for multiple years. Senior year for Lexi, she's been great. Mariah Mons, Jr., she's had a strong year this year for Herriman. Been one of their top scorers, 14 points per game. And then you look at Heggie, there's a couple of other players that will contribute as the game goes on. Burbage, a sophomore as well. This is a young lineup for Coach Smith. They won a Region 3 title. They've got ideas of continuing. This Herriman team made it to a state championship last year. You mentioned that. It's becoming a tradition where this Herriman girls team makes deep playoff runs, and this year they're hoping it's no different.
Well, for Riverton, it's been a couple of years gone since they've made a push like this in the state tournament. Yeah. Morgan Kane and others. And now we look at this team, well, not overly different makeup. Changes on the foot at Riverton. This is a talented group.
Yeah, Annabelle Christensen, she is their top scorer. 12 points a game, really solid player. You know, you think about that last game of the year at Riverton, senior night, and you know, she was in foul trouble for a majority of the contest. She really didn't play that much because she was always chasing, you know, her eligibility. And then meanwhile, McDougal, 11 points per game. It was a big second half for Herriman. I think it was like a 36-24 second half, something like that, that allowed them to get the win. You talk about changes coming for Riverton. It is the last year for head coach Jody Lee. Stepping aside after this year, has done a great job. This senior group, you can tell on senior night, they've got work to do. They want to keep their coach around as long as they can.
Well, they had their coach for many years. There's a steal on that first play. And how about the start for Riverton? The steal and bucket to Zariah Jenkins.
And Zariah had a phenomenal game that night for Riverton. Really led the way, I felt like, and boy, does a lot of good things. That defense leading to offense for her. And here's another steal by Zariah.
Zariah Jenkins with the steal, now on the run. Brooke Hartman going to reset the offense here for Riverton. And a good contingent on here from the Riverton students. As McDougal was looking up top. Jenkins, drop it inside to Ross. Can't get that J to go. The rebound taken by Presley Heggie. Or Hedgie. On the run, Lexi Jensen.
Number 3, Lexi Jensen.
Yeah, she is, man, what a score for Herriman over her time. 16 points per game for Herriman this year. And when she gets going, this offense can score in bunches.
Get inside, and that was just a little strong from Jenkins. Split the defenders, and the foul call going to put Haley Burbage at the line.
I thought she almost found a way to get that ball to drop. Good take there, and that caught her a little bit by surprise. I like Herriman pushing tempo here, trying to take advantage, getting out on a run. Burbage, a young player, talking about just a sophomore. Good future for her. Coach Smith excited about Haley, what she brings.
So Burbage hits the first. From a distance, if I told you she hadn't graduated, you would think that's Lonnie Falatea.
I don't know if it's the hair or what.
The hair, shorts, the whole thing, man.
Hey, what do you think of my comparison with Caden Erickson and Colin Chandler?
The look, yeah, that's pretty close, yeah.
They are. Of course, on the boys' side, but Brian Alfrey pointed that out to me. I was like, you're right, man. I mean, if you took off, like, you know, the jersey number, the school name, I think they could almost pass as brothers.
Davis County brings it all together.
Yeah.
Rebound taken by Hallie Burbage. Pass up the three, she shuffled her feet. She knew it, she's hoping she got away with it. Did not.
One of the players we did not talk about was the player leading that break, and Kenley Anger. Boy, it's been Anger, that's been a pedigree at Herriman, huh?
Right. Yeah, Kylie started it, and the others.
Yeah.
Ainsley. Makes me feel even older, because remember when Ainsley was the freshman.
Yeah.
course, her oldest sister went to Portland State, if I remember, top of my head.
Kenley here, a junior for the Mustangs.
And a steal.
That was Kenley.
Jensen. And then the foul going to be charged to Riverton's number 24, Brooke Hartman.
This Herriman team with some new faces, but kind of the same. Up and down the floor, let's get out in the run. I'll tell you, Coach Smith, I talked with him before that game. He takes a lot of pride. We take a lot of threes. We're comfortable with that. Once again, we're going to have a top 10 most three-point shots taken. We shoot it, we take them, we practice it, and it's led to good things for the Mustangs.
Lexi missed the first, splits the pair, and a three-point lead now for Herriman. He wants him to be solid on D. I don't care how many people are in this building, we're going to hear him.
Yeah. He's got a voice that carries, and he is not afraid to let everyone know what he's thinking. That includes officials.
In championship games.
Yeah.
Outside McDougal, short on the triple. Rebound tracked down by Riverton, go back up strong, can't get the putback to go. Straight away, Jenkins off, and the rebound taken away by Burbage.
When he gets really heated, you can't tell where the burgundy shirt ends.
I love he put himself in timeout a year ago in that championship game. He was so frustrated, he walked off the floor.
Yeah.
As Mons gets to the rim and finishes. And a 30-second timeout taken by Riverton. Terrific start by the Mustangs.
I love the energy of Coach Smith coming on the floor, giving his team low fives. You've got to be thrilled with how they've started. They're rebounding the ball well. They're pushing tempo. They're getting good looks. And I totally understand, Coach Lee. Hey, timeout. We got to kind of reorient here a little bit because you don't want to get too much separation here early on in this region rivalry.
Well, and you want to keep the excitement level. You had the steal and bucket on the very first moments of this game, and since then, been tough sledding here for the Riverton Silverwolves.
Yeah, it was Araya Jenkins, and she got a steal later, and it's just been empty possessions here for Riverton. I can start to hear a little bit of horse in my voice, Dusty. Game 16, when it's finally starting to,
You got a Ricola ready to go?
Well, I haven't. Yes, I do, but I haven't had the same amount of Diet Coke today as I did yesterday. That's
some ENT people will say, hey, no carbonation. I have not listened to that. We've held up strong. Here comes Mons off the steal, and Mons.
That's going to be two here on Hartman. Well, they don't have the first one on the board, but I thought she had two. Instead, they got McDougal with two. Yeah, they do call out the first on Hartman. My apologies.
No, I thought the first one was on Hartman.
I did too.
And we were a long ways away. It's a tough call to go on right there. But we'll defer to the officials who are right on the spot. As off the inbound, there's a steal. Quickly on the push with Riverton. Little jumper from McCleary won't go. And the rebound taken
Anger.
by Kenley Anger.
Nice move by Mons.
Mons hits the long two, and it's 9-2.
Tell you, watching that game against Riverton, Mons had a great game. She's got a nice offensive game. She's going to be a fun player to watch this year and next.
Remember last year hitting some shots up at out at Salt Lake Community College as Jenkins gets inside and it stays home.
She was the player for Herriman for Riverton that felt like Herriman struggled to match up against. And she's got a good start here, all 4 points for the Silverwolves.
Three from Jensen off the front of the iron, and the rebound taken by Riverton.
Nice move there by Bell.
The three short from McCleary. Mons sent back up top to Hedgie. Oh, nice hands. McCleary, man, the ball's bounced right back to Riverton. Mariah Mons can't make it hurt. And the rebound taken by Morgan McCleary. Off of Tossie. And we got a foul on the entry. It'll be the second team foul on Herriman.
Foul number 2, Presley Hickman, first team foul. In for Herriman, number 15, Morgan Browning.
Quick inbound junction jumper from Jenkins. And 4 points here for Jenkins. Hey, we're gonna wear Morgan Kane's number, wear it with pride.
That's a reputation you got to live up to, huh?
Absolutely. Proud alum, Morgan Kane, a former 6A Player of the Year for Rewind. Send that ball to the corner. Anna Ross. Christensen. Try to get that ball inside off of Tassi.
Gutsy pass.
Who nearly got that to draw rain and the net. But the rebound taken by Herriman. Lexi Jensen comes away with that. Pass a little sharp and taken by Riverton off of Tassi on the run.
Feels like Riverton's starting to settle into this game a bit. Boy, Bell had that arm kind of get extended on the closeout and playing the other way.
Other side in transition. Jensen saves it right back into the hands of Riverton. Bell Christensen gave it up.
Nice handoff.
And off of Tassi lays it in, and it's a 1-point game. 30-second timeout to Coach Smith with 1:43 left in the first.
Yeah, no high fives there. And look, I mean, it's about, we got to get back, right? We've seen some turnovers for Herriman. Got to get back to executing well offensively, getting the looks they want to see. As, felt like early, good looks, scoring late, seen some turnovers, some sloppiness, and it's allowed Riverton to get out on the run and claw back within one here.
You know, it's interesting when we talk about Riverton in this build. Coach Ron Entz was there forever. 1991 to 2010. Because I was saying, well, this has been a short-lived tenure for Coach Jody Lee. Nay. Time just flies by when we're having fun.
Well, Jody Lee's only been there a couple years. Ron Entz.
Well, Ron Entz was from 91 to 2010. Well, unless the years are wrong.
Well, I was thinking that Coach Lee had been there for 5 or 6,
I'm
but I
probably
could be
wrong.
totally wrong on that. I could be totally
time
wrong on that.
has flown by, and actually, I think this is incorrect because our coverage, we've had Ron Entz. Morgan Kane played for Ron Entz.
I was thinking it was 4 years.
No,
I could be
right.
off on that, but
You're right. As soon as I saw it, I was
hold
like,
on.
this is a lot.
Can we record that just one more time, Dusty?
Like Harvey Specter, you're right.
Ah, there we go.
And we got a foul on that rebound, a loose ball, and McCleary, I feel like, hey, the ball's finally bouncing her way to get that one. As that foul is charged to Morgan Groening. Sorry, like Harvey Specter to Lewis Litt. Just one time, I'll let you know. McCleary. That's Hartman. Gets it back on the angle. Now off of Tassi. Going to go on the drive off of Tassi. Don't know if she thought she would get the foul call or what, as Hartman now has two. And she doesn't waste any time. Immediately knows I got to come off the floor with a minute left in the quarter.
Oh boy, tough spot to terminate
Yeah.
dribble there, but able to deal with it.
Edge goes cross court, and that ball's tipped away. Here's McCleary. Mons is back. McCleary's pass a little off the mark to Afatasi. Afatasi in the lane, send out McCleary. An open three, back rimmed, and the rebound taken by Herriman.
Nice drive.
Mons,
how about the block?
blocked away. Addie Coleman with the block. Gets the Riverton students going. Loose ball, though, picked up by Herriman. Mons comes the other way into Jenkins, and Jenkins slaps it out of bounds.
Boy, end to end, and I'll tell you, it's starting to get a little bit of physical here. You have a look at that last drive. I was curious if this was going to be a foul, and we'll stay here.
Say no on the body, no on the hand.
Yeah. You know, if nothing else, that got it so I can't get in trouble anymore, so I'll take that.
Jump ball, is that? I hadn't seen that in a long time. The ball got wedged between the two players. And jump ball going to be going the other way with Riverton.
Was it 9-2?
Yes. We saw this earlier in the Davis game.
Yeah.
3 seconds off of Tossi. And that'll do it for the first quarter. And at the end of one, it is Herriman 9 and Riverton 8. Region 3 battled out here in the last game of the quarterfinals. You watch the 2022 6A state tournament. So welcome back inside the Huntsman Center. Dusty Litster, Dane Stewart in a 1-point game. There's Herriman with the 9-8 lead. Dane, how similar is this to that championship game as they go inside to Groening, who lays it in?
It's similar. It was back and forth. The difference is that just different players for Riverton have had to kind of manage minutes here, but it was certainly a tight first half. It was really second half where you saw Herriman start to expand that lead a little bit. And I'll tell you, I think Riverton's done a great job of kind of scrapping back in this. How about Groening coming over on the help and staying vertical there?
So Christensen goes back on. Along with Abigail McDougall.
Bell trying to call for the basketball here.
And a jumper for Anna Ross.
Yeah, no need. Ross, one of the players that they were really worried about Herriman was her length on the inside really altered that game one, but dealt with an injury, was kind of coming back in that second matchup and still working on really getting to be 100%. And good to see Anna there, the junior, able to score it for Riverton.
Mons on the angle. Jensen pumps the three, sent back up top. Patience here from Herriman as jump ball and possession arrow belongs to Riverton.
How about the job by McCleary? I mean, that's a right spot, right time, and able to cleanly get possession of that. Tie up, give it back here to Riverton.
So Jenkins had a quick spell, comes back on. Thought about three, gonna put on the floor, send back out, McDougall. Good defense by Mons.
Staying right there with her stride for stride.
Christensen been quiet to start. Jenkins, little tight quarters there on the spacing. There's McDougall. Floor slant to the left as McDougall drives and hits.
Mons really trying to stay with her, but wish she kind of came into her, almost gave that angle, and nice job able to score it.
And Riverton took the lead as that shot is off the mark. Lexi Jensen nearly pulled that off.
And this is where you can get a little dangerous, right? I mean, you talk about the three ball and being a critical part of your offense, but if it's not falling, you're gonna have some empty possessions, and a 10-2 run right now, really changing the tide here.
McDougall. Nice find inside. Christensen can't get free, splits the double team. McDougall gets in the lane, won't go. That ball's out of bounds off of Riverton. For just a moment, they almost lost Anna Ross. That's what I was pointing at, but me and Lexi Jensen noticed at the exact same time. There's Enger. Burbage now give it to Mons. Outside Burbage. Pump the three. Baseline jumper won't go. Rebound to Jenkins.
Everyone kind of escaping to run down for defense there for Herriman. Even backside help, but kind of vacated.
Way outside for three. Part way down and out on Christensen. Mons into traffic, has that one taken away. Jenkins sends ahead to Christensen. Enger is back. Christensen gets in there. No foul but the bucket goes.
I thought it was a good job by Anger staying straight up, right? And you saw the teeth of that defense. Again, the zone. You got Ross underneath in the paint and just running out of room. Her length causing disruption here for this Herriman offense.
3 on the way and good.
There it is.
Presley Hedgie.
They needed that.
Hey, Christensen loses the handle. Taken away by Burbage. And then Christensen going to tie it up, and it'll be Herriman basketball.
Love the no give up there by Bell. Those were the kind of plays that Riverton really couldn't capitalize on because of the foul trouble in that second matchup. She was always kind of having to deal with playing with 2, playing with 3, playing with 4. And nice job there sticking with it.
Feels good to have a close game again.
Yeah, a ball game, huh?
Well, an intensity. Right, we've done a lot of Riverton Herriman games over the years. I don't care if it's the sophomore game. Heavens, if it's the 8th grade Bantam game, it's intense. Anger. Can't get that one to go. Loose ball taken by McCleary. Christensen going to draw the foul. And this will go to Ulibarri.
You know, you asked how this game stacks up. This game is missing one big thing from that region championship. You know what it is?
Oh, sure.
A couple of shoe boxes and shoes taken out that are being banged along the bleachers.
Really?
For the duration of the contest, JV, varsity as well. It was,
wait,
there's some controversy there.
Little brother was a aunt and uncle. Because people in Herriman care.
I'm not positive. I don't know what the relation was. There was certainly relation.
What a block by Anger. Jensen jumps it and scores it. And Herriman reclaims the lead.
And that's where, look, when that long ball isn't falling, get to the mid-range, take advantage of some of that experience, good shooters they have, like Lexi, just to try to start to open things up a little bit.
Jenkins goes right back to work and cannot get it to drop. Rebound by Hedgie, quickly ahead. Burbage inside out. Hedgie for 3. And it won't go. Rebound. Azana Ross will bring it up the floor.
Good, you can see that right wrist still casted or taped, if nothing else, there for Ross.
Off of Tassi. Goes out to Christensen up top with Jenkins. Jenkins going to pull for 3. She got like a tap from behind. Like, hey, go take it from Christensen, seemingly. Is on the run. Enger. There was a whistle.
Yeah, there was. I think it was an inadvertent, but it was a whistle nonetheless. How about the players playing through it, huh?
Cross court. 3 on the way and good. Shelby Ulibarri.
Another sophomore for Herriman making a nice corner 3.
And the jumper won't go from McCleary.
And now the offense drying up here for Riverton, Dusty.
Had a hard time getting to the hole. They're settling for more mid-range stuff. 3 substitutions coming in. Whoa, and there will be the foul to Anna Ross. She thought he'd be able to poke that one away. That will be the 15th foul on Riverton. It's funny, I had a story told to me and I'd forgotten about, it was a Copper Hills Jordan boys basketball game some years ago, and an inadvertent whistle where players stopped on one side, and Jordan went down and scored, and a certain former Copper Hills coach went ballistic.
I'm guessing that was not received very well.
No. This was a time ago.
Yeah.
As a 3 on the way, won't go for Burbage. I imagine he's in the building, so I know he's not watching the stream and he's not going to message me on Twitter and get mad at me. Either way. But yeah, it stopped the game. Remember, we've seen some, I say just that whistle. Which I'm in the girls' tournament, I think about the Leighton, Copper Hills, Shaylin Wissinger,
yeah,
Haley Bassett, misalignment on the inbound.
That's
Coach
slick.
Morley, yeah, Coach Morley. By the way, that guy is still jacked. He's cut. Let's put it that way.
Yeah,
saw him
no,
just not long ago.
Yeah, I saw him a couple weeks ago at Copper Hills, and he's doing well. Of course, look, I'm always happy when people take the next steps in their careers.
Yeah.
But selfishly, I kind of miss them on the sidelines. Blanchard is one of those guys
Yep.
I miss on the sidelines. Morley's one of those guys I miss on the sidelines.
I asked him, I said, is your blood pressure better? Yeah, sometimes. Afetasi. Again in the lane, a little bit of a crazy shot, and we got a foul on Riverton or Herriman. And it's going to go on Riverton. That's on Abby Coleman. But immediately, as soon as I heard that inverted whistle and no stoppage, is the first thing I thought of.
It was kind of a half whistle. Like, it was a very kind of faint, like, and so, anyway.
Two things I pick up on. Pump fakes up quarterbacks and whistles from officials. As the jumper won't go. Rebound to Hedgie. Send out to Burbage. Euro step and a block. And it's taken by Jenkins.
I think it was Coleman got a piece of that for Riverton.
Jenkins hands off McDougal. McDougal on the drive. Send it back out. Hartman. Back to Jenkins. Jenkins. Foul by Jensen. It'll be 2 free throws for Zariah Jenkins. Foul not well received by some.
Different perspectives.
This
right
is the
now
first.
They're saying ball don't lie on that too, right?
Yep, absolutely.
Which is ironic because a ball can neither tell truth nor a lie.
When it's your team, it absolutely feels true, though. Very vindicating.
All is right in the world unless they foul out. And then we come back to that again. And
The second free throw is good by Jenkins. That is 7 points in the half. Just has 4 boards and an assist. There's Burbage into Jenkins. No call.
I thought she might have traveled on it. Boy, they had Bell open. You have one of your top scorers open on the wing and a contested drive, and you walk away with nothing and give Herriman the last possession here.
Inside of 10 seconds. Jensen. Travel. The student section is going to wear that one. They feel like they sped up Lexi Jensen.
Even though she clearly knew she had time.
Clearly. Hey, you at Utah State, you guys affect everything as a student section.
So much so that you bring it up
I know.
when there's no context to it. That's how bothersome it is. It works.
It does. As Afetasi can't get that off, and that's how the first half will end in your head. Herriman up 19-15 on Riverton. Region 3 on full display. You're watching the 2022 6A quarterfinals. Start of the second half. Dusty Lister, Dane Stewart, Herriman leads Riverton 19-15.
How about an extended halftime, huh? Extra time for a little extra popcorn or a little extra soda, or
Was it next end halftime?
I thought it was 15 minutes.
Oh. Well, we had the presentation. Yep.
Oh, that's right.
We had the Superfan presentation, which Aiden, we've seen him there before, the Superfan at Riverton.
Yeah.
As McDougal can't get it, loose ball taken by Jenkins. Bell Christensen comes set, goes back to Jenkins. Spacing just a little off here.
Okay, so we had Uncle Dusty's story time late in the first half. It's time for the dry Dane time. How about 12 turnovers in the first half for Herriman? Look, I appreciate them being unselfish, but this late at night, we don't need a bunch of desserts. I think probably too many turnovers there for Coach Smith's liking. Something I'm sure he probably talked to them about, right? I mean, Riverton's taken 8 more shots than they have, and a large part of that's because of the turnovers that we saw in that first half.
And I'm sure Ryan McDonald is listening, and he's like, turnovers, got to go to Arby's.
Yes.
And out of bounds will stay here.
See, I'm not as fun as Dusty. I try to be, but I recognize where the entertainment comes from.
Yeah. Very
it's
exciting.
not here.
So Riverton, we had a strong start to this game, and it's been, they've held, Herriman mentioned those 12 turnovers just kept the Mustangs at bay, as they've had, really, there's not a lot of flow to it, their offense, be able to get to their threes.
Yeah.
As Olsen steps out and hits the three.
And that's the first made three for Riverton today. They were 0 of 5 in the first half. And if they can get that to start to fall, that would be a big help.
Anna Ross for three. Whoa,
Ooh.
Burbage able to keep her pivot. Got it back.
Yeah.
Mons. Oh, front rimmed. And Lexi Jensen able to get in there and get the rebound. The jump ball belongs to Herriman.
Zariah able to help tie that up for Riverton. Mons just 4 points. Hasn't been able to score with the same efficiency she did in that last one.
Burbage, 4-3. So back to a 4-point lead for the Mustangs. Ross has back to Christensen, drives right down the lane.
That was Anger. Again, she's been very active today, trying to establish that post presence, drawing charges, and really hasn't given up a lot. The foul here, Anger, slow to get up.
The foul's gonna go to Jenkins. Everyone needs to watch our streams. If you played late game, watch our early games. If you don't leave your feet, the rule of thumb in this tournament is either charge or nothing, if you're a defender.
Yeah.
As the three from Anger hits the bottom of the net, and it's a 7-point lead. Jenkins, right to the rim.
Love the quick tempo there for Riverton after the made three by Herriman. Right up the floor.
Nice ball movement, and it's the second three of the quarter for Hallie Burbage. And a timeout taken by Coach Lee, a 30-second timeout. Is how about the start of the second half? Burbage with 2 threes.
Boy, so dangerous. You load up Jensen at the angle, Burbage in the corner. If that help comes, the extra pass gives the open look, and having Burbage hit one just a possession or two previous, bang, pushing this lead up to 8. And I think, Dusty, that might be the largest lead of the contest here for the Mustangs. It was 7 in the first half, so there you go, largest lead of the game.
And we mentioned the three, Coach will tell you, a big part of our game, speaking of Herriman. But you got 3 threes out of halftime. Anger with 1 and 2 from Burbage. And
They were only 2 of 7 in that first half. 3 in the first, 2 minutes. That'll help any offense. And this is kind of what happened in that game. It felt like second half, the lid kind of came off. They started executing more effectively. The 3-ball started dropping more consistently, and it's really how they started to blow that game open.
It's up the floor with Hartman. The little double horns as Ross heads off the Hartman, goes down the lane, and Mons gets the block, no call. And now coming the other way, Jensen leaves it. The 3 on the way is good. Presley Hedgie, defense leads to offense.
Tut, tut, it looks like rain. Herriman dialing them up from deep.
And don't know, Riverton's gonna have to ask, and I'm not saying good or bad, have to ask, what does it take to get a foul on a contested shot?
Well, you can leave your feet. You just have to remain vertical. And I think on that, I didn't see the arms come down.
Okay.
So if you're staying vertical, you can leave your feet. It's all about whether you're coming into the offensive player or not. If your leap is vertical, that's legal guarding position.
I say you just ask.
As I understand it.
Yeah. And there was a bit, what does it take? If they say, well, they got to come vertical. Okay. Come down. Okay, what about the Mons one? So that's the question. It's like, I want to understand, because we got 3 different examples there as a strip there by Jenkins.
I think Herriman's done a really good job, be it Jensen or that last time it was Mons, of just, we're going vertical, right? We're not coming down with the arms. We're not jumping into you with the body. We're staying vertical, and if you can beat us over that, fine. But I think they've actually done a pretty good job of that. I'm sure Riverton fans disagree.
Well, that's why we throw it out. We have the.
Yeah, it's just perspective.
Yeah. This is how discourse is supposed to happen. We're just trying to teach Twitter and social media.
Yeah.
It's not even I disagree with you. I just want to understand. Inside Jenkins.
Speaking of, I was going to say I've been blessed to be offered an opportunity to officiate.
You have?
Yes, I've said no. I don't think anybody wants me to officiate.
I did one basketball tournament my sophomore year of high school. I say nay after that.
If I've got 15 minutes to replay it in my mind and think it through, then I can sometimes get it approximate. But I have to go bang, bang, and whistles and call. Yeah, no, you don't want that. I promise. Promise. I do not have that skill set.
Inside, Christian, no. Loose ball, still loose.
Groaning. Battle out there with Ross.
And for the Mustangs, number 13, Kenley Engler.
So in for Riverton comes Abby Coleman as Ross will come off the floor. Off at Tossie, turns it over.
Lost opportunity.
And a 30-second timeout taken by Herriman. With 3:22 left. Again, a final score tonight. Final game tonight. We have 4 more tomorrow. Starts at 3 o'clock. 5A semifinals. And Dane, will be fun. That boys' side of the bracket going to be very, very interesting tomorrow. Bonneville coming off of a huge win against Alta. And can they keep momentum going, taking on the number 1 seeded Olympus Titans?
I think so. I mean, honestly, it's like I had someone ask, can anyone take down Olympus? I'm like, Bonneville might. I feel like from what we saw, if Carson Jones can stretch it out a little bit and can provide some resistance to Jack, I feel like the guard matchup actually works for Bonneville. But they've got to play a really good game.
Yeah.
I mean, this is not a region matchup. This is, you better bring your A game and treat it like a state championship.
It'll be interesting tomorrow to find out who's going to be playing the 5A championship games on Saturday at the Marriott Center. As Mariah Mon sends out the top, Jensen, cross court, Burbage down to the corner. The strong take, a wild shot, loose ball, tracked down the corner, and it looks like Riverton comes out with it. Head Christensen. Off of Tossie, give it up to Jenkins. Jenkins splits the defenders, draws the foul, and it will be Zariah Jenkins going to the line.
I feel like Riverton, when they've been able to push it up, not allow Herriman to get set up, they're finding ways to get the ball inside to the rim. And even if they've been blocked or contested, it's made Herriman work, and it's given them better looks than what they've gotten in some of their sets. So I'd continue to be aggressive, push that, and look for every opportunity you can to try to get the ball inside before that Herriman D gets set.
So Burbage going to come off the floor. As Zulabari comes back on for Coach Smith. And Jenkins having herself a night. 13 points, 5 boards, and a steal by Jenkins. Misses the layup.
Oof.
And then we got a defensive foul going to be called on Morgan McCleary. Someone's got to step up, and it's Zariah Jenkins. Having a good night. So Lexi Jensen hands back to Enger. Jensen drives, and now the foul going to be charged to Belle Christensen. Oh, it's on Morgan McCleary. Number 1 on McCleary.
In for Riverton, number 10, Abigail McDougall. And 35, Anna Ross.
So Jenkins come off the floor. And who will step up in her place? And a traveling violation. So back to Riverton, trailing by 7 with 2.5 to go in the third quarter. The Silverwolves have hung around here. They have enough to make a charge. And then the foul to Jensen. Immediately, hey, he's going for the ball.
Fouls on number 3, Lexi Jensen. Her third, 4th team foul.
That's the third on Lexi, so she's going to come off here. Maybe sit here the last of the third here.
Well, big one, right?
Yeah.
The best shooters. As McDougall drives and to answer my question from earlier, you got to get him to reach. All the calls on the drives have been on the reach. As that will put Abby McDougall at the line. 15th foul on the Mustangs. And McDougall off on the first. Second, crawls off as well. Missed opportunity, and we got a loose ball foul. Or was it?
No, it was a loose ball foul,
Yep.
yeah. Coleman, I believe.
So that's the 14th foul on the Silverwolves with 2:16 left in the third. Enger sends out Mariah Mons. 3 won't go. Ross pulls down the rebound. Now a reach foul on Herriman. And that'll be the 16th foul. So Riverton will shoot free throws the entire fourth quarter and the remaining 2 minutes here.
Yeah, you saw Burton kind of get a hand on the ball, and then that other arm kind of reached around, almost had a bear hug there, and the official there on the call. Burton had an ACL last year. Senior back in the lineup. We see her playing with that brace for the Mustangs.
Jenkins came back in on that last dead ball. Gets the ball inside, and Christensen was contested, couldn't get it. And now the trap in the backcourt, and the foul is
on Christensen.
Yeah, Ulibarri hits the deck. The foul goes to Belle Christensen. Her second. Oh, her first. They got that up quick. Jeff gets me every once in a while.
I'll tell you, the fouls are adding up here. Just one to give for Riverton. And Herriman already with no more to give. So, hope you've practiced free throws.
Yeah. Inside out, Mons passes up on the 3. And I think the air horn's gonna get tracked down.
I mean, where's the PA announcement, huh?
Right.
Come on, Dan.
I see security making their way.
I'll tell you, if I'm surprised Coach Smith did not make a bigger deal of that.
We've had the inverted whistle and now that. Girls sports, they stay calm. And a travel. Brooke Hartman with a turnover, and it'll be Herriman basketball with 44 seconds to go in the quarter. A sharp contrast. Do you imagine that happening in that Bingham Westlake game? Or Corner Canyon Cypress? A little more heated.
Yeah.
Anger sends out to the corner. Ulabari off on the three. Rebound to McCleary.
Good look from the corner, and Ulabari's hit it one earlier today. Herriman still hasn't been able to pull away. Riverton staying within reach here.
Jenkins up top, looking inside to Ross for a moment. Christensen. Ross for three, no. 5 seconds. Send ahead, Ulabari. Burbage at the horn. And we will head to the fourth quarter. And it's a 7-point lead for Herriman. 1 quarter away to go into the semifinals. Herriman leads Riverton 31-24. You're watching the 2020 6A Girls quarterfinals on KSLSports.com. Start of the fourth quarter. Winner moves on to the semifinals to take on the unbeaten Lone Peak Knights. And strong quarter at times there for Riverton. Just Dane offensively just hasn't been consistent enough to take advantage of some of the defensive prowess they've been able to show.
Yeah, I mean, I think give Herriman a lot of credit, right? Defensively, they've done a really nice job of slowing down Belle Christensen and even taking away, Ross, some of her length on the interior. They've really tried to make Riverton beat them in another way, and it's worked to this point. It's been Zariah Jenkins with the 13. McCleary had a big game in that first one. I think she had 14 or 16 for Riverton. They have made other players beat them today, and it's been a good recipe.
Well, lob was there and nobody home. Mons was tied up with the defenders.
I was expecting a shot on that instead of the pass.
Send out to McCleary. McCleary back to Christensen. She'll pull for three. Back rim, and then the rebound to Jensen. Like she was shot out of the cannon. Jensen tracked down by McCleary, and it'll be out of bounds off of Riverton.
It's not the first time Lexi has saved it off the opposition. He's an experienced player. You think of all those great Herriman teams the last couple of years that have made runs, and Lexi has experienced all of that. And now the senior leader trying to help take this team back.
Hedgie can't get that one to go as Hartman slow to get up, but Hedgie right there to pick her up.
Yeah, good sportsmanship there by Presley, right? Rather than just running down and, hey, I got you, right? Let's go, and love that.
As Hartman goes inside to Jenkins, and they'll have a foul on the entry to Enger. So a foul called on Kenley.
Yeah, Zariah does a nice job to kind of seal that. And I mean, you see Enger there just trying to be aggressive, knows that if she doesn't get that, it's an easy bucket. Committing her first personal and set up the 1-and-1.
And the first free throw is good from Zariah Jenkins. Leading score tonight, 14 points, 7 rebounds.
Yeah, 70% free throw shooter as well. Think about over half the points tonight have been by Zariah Jenkins for Riverton. And Zariah having a great performance as a senior here in the playoffs.
Yeah, senior post, and that ball's out of bounds. And we'll go back to Riverton. And they can make it a one-possession game.
And I'll tell you, the bench, Coach Lee, trying to cheer on this group, trying to get the fans involved. They're really pleased with the effort Riverton's been able to hang in this and be in a position where they can come right back.
Ross goes inside Jenkins. Double comes. And Anger with the foul, and it'll be free. A little frustration.
Yeah.
Off the clapping. Jenkins excited. Anger felt like it was directed at her. She directed some clapping back. And officials, they let it go.
I don't see it. Did you see it? I missed it.
Yeah, I saw it.
Okay. I was too busy following the mechanics. Those are very important.
And Jenkins misses the front end. And the drive plus one for Mariah Mons.
Good drive by Mons. That was one where I thought we might have a turnover. Felt like early on was trying to get the possession, get the balance, and Somehow Mariah able to penetrate and get that shot off. That's a big take there for Mons.
So Hartman will come off the floor as McDougal comes back. And the rebound taken by Ross. McDougal. The three won't drop. Rebound out of bounds off of, I think that was off of Christensen. No, keep it here.
Reading lips. No indication given.
Right.
Could you see white ball, white ball?
Dangerous inbound. It gets it to McCleary. From the beginning, a little disjointed, and now the foul to Ross. And we'll walk the other end of the floor. It'll be one-on-one free throws for Presley Hedgie.
Fellas on number 35, Allen Ross. Who's second, 8th foul. Now on the bench, number 2, Presley Hickey. Shoots 1 and 1.
So Presley at the line. And rolls in the first. So lead back up to 8. Got it down to 5. Did Riverton. And a lot of hard work. You talk about hard and easy. We talk about that a lot. And that's kind of been the theme tonight.
Yes, it has. And Herriman's made it hard. I mean, Christensen just with 2. McDougal just with 2. Ross with 5. They've done a nice job defensively. Boy, that one nearly taken away by Mons.
Christensen goes at Anger. Lost it, goes back.
Look at Anger staying right with it.
Jenkins. She terminates. McDougal has
These are
to
active
retreat.
hands for Herriman, Dusty.
Yeah.
It's all over, right? Trying to break up passing lanes, knock ball away. Ooh.
Ooh, a tough one on Lexi Jensen. Thought she had a steal. It's a foul, according to the officials. And it'll be McDougal going to the line for one-on-one free throws.
You want a perspective? That's what replay's for. Let's see. Let's see.
Number 9, in for Herriman, 15, Morgan Browning. In for
There you go.
I think Justin would love for us to put up, you be the judge. Printed by Hadam and Associates.
Yeah. Where's a graphic when you need one? Come on, Preston. What else has he been doing this
Email
week?
him, PrestonTheIntern@gmail.com.
Hey.
He'd love to answer your emails. That free throw is good by McDougal. She has one more.
He's just an intern, so you have to excuse any grammar, misspelling, those sort of things.
Here's the
but-
guarantee. You email, it does not bounce back. It is real. As the free throw good, Preston has been upgraded.
PrestonTheIntern@gmail.com.
A lot of trust placed in Preston the Intern. 35-28, inside of 5.5 to go here in the fourth quarter. Anger sends out. The 3 on the way from Burbage won't go. Rebound to Jenkins. Soraya hands out off to Christensen. Cross court, McCleary. Dangerous pass, and it was behind the intended Megan Walker. Missed opportunity by Riverton.
Yeah.
Mons to the corner. Burbage makes it hurt. Big 3 from Hallie Burbage.
Oh, the turnover into points. And the lead pushed up to 10, just as Riverton was dialing it back. Fish is taking the bait out to sea.
4:50 left in the fourth. You're watching the 2020 6A quarterfinals.
College wasn't built for me.
I didn't care if I had to work a double shift.
Or if my kid had a fever.
Deadline's a deadline.
I want to set the deadlines.
I want to take tests when I'm ready.
I want to take courses on my time.
And speed up when I know my stuff.
I want a university that cares about me.
Tests on your time, courses on your time, graduate on your time. WGU, the nonprofit university of you.
4:50 left in the fourth quarter. Dusty Litster, Dane Stewart. Game 8 of the day will be done. We'll be back with 4 tomorrow. starting at 3 o'clock. The 5A semifinals. As Riverton had it down to 5, and it's a 5-0 spurt from Herriman. That is shortened. Rebound taken by Hedgie.
Feels like a bit of a rush shot there. I mean, a little bit of a gap for McDougal and trying to make a big play for her team, but boy, one that's a easy clear there for Herriman. Oof.
Oh, and there's a steal. Christensen. 2-on-1. Christensen goes right down the middle. Nothing called on that from behind. Sent out. McCleary off on the 3. Hustle by McDougal. She pulls from the corner and hits. Persistence.
Much needed. We talked about they didn't hit a 3 in the first half. They hit 1 early in the second half, but they just have not had a lot of good looks, and now a foul.
1-on-1 free throws. That's the 4th personal foul on Zariah Jenkins.
And she's been their best player. 15 points, 8 boards. She has been the Silverwolf that's really taken the load on the back and kept them in this game.
Well, and the toughest thing for her is the kind of inconsequential foul.
That's a big word for 10:30.
Brain stays sharp all day. He doesn't know AM, PM.
That's what energy drinks and sugar will do for you, folks.
An NZT.
I took down my caffeine intake today, and I'm running a little dry. I won't make that mistake tomorrow.
Some of my wife saying you don't say that when you're home. It's the end of the day. Outside off of Tossi. Sends out Ross. Off on the 3 and the rebound. Taken by Hartman. She sends out to Jenkins. Cross court off of Tossi. Flat-footed 3. Got it. And the air horn back.
Still
and
going.
A steal by Ross. And Ross blocked away by Enger. And a loose ball. Going to Herriman. Kenley Enger. Kenley Enger with the block and then knocks it out of bounds off of Riverton.
Coach Smith is not pleased. And I understand it. I'll tell you, Riverton fans were not very pleased at the artificial noisemakers that were at Riverton that night. Now, here's the thing. I think there's a warning, and then at some point there's a penalty, and I think the question is, when does that come? Is we've now got UHSAA that is in the corner saying, hey, we're done with this. And
well, when it happened early in the third quarter, there wasn't a reaction to it. And then this one comes down and talks to him. I think he said it's out. Now, here's the thing. It could be a technical foul.
And that's what I was wondering, right? We had it early, and I was surprised there was no warning given early.
Yeah.
That's what surprised me, because if that's the case, then in that instance, we're now issuing technicals. But the warning coming here, and we'll play on.
UHSAA going to go talk to the fan. There's a full court pressure here from Riverton. And a chance they had to make it a 4-point game went by the wayside. And a steal, McDougal. And now a foul to Lexi Jensen. And that is Jensen on the board. Yeah, that might be number 5 on Lexi. And that will put McDougal at the line.
We have now confirmed that the air horn has been seized. It's now property of the UHSAA.
Yeah. Let's see if we get one last one after the game. As McDougal calmly hits the first, and we'll have one more. No Zuelas allowed. Rubber gloves are good for the clap. And now you have the substitution for Lexi Jensen. as a senior guard hoping her team can hang on to set up the rematch of last year's semifinal against Lone Peak. But old Uncle Mo is thinking about putting on a purple jersey. The free throw no good for McDougal. She splits the pair, and it's a 5-point game again.
Tell you, how about the push here by Riverton? I mean, we were talking the last time. I was like, I don't know if Riverton has anything left. And all of a sudden, here's a surge.
Mariah Mons. Surge ended.
Oh. Surge protector.
Backdoor Jenkins. Little high-low from Ross to Jenkins, and the seniors coming up big.
See, Riverton wanted to get into that pressure here quickly. She was not across.
Just close. Oh, and then the foul to Hartman. And that's number 4 on Hartman.
Here's the challenge. That ball ends up being dribbled off the foot, out of play. Unless that's a clean hit on the ball, there's certainly contact that affects the play. From this angle, I couldn't tell where the contact was, but in the result, you leave the official very little room to allow judgment in that, right?
Swing and a miss, the ball goes out the foot. I still don't think it's a foul, if that's what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If there's any contact made on that, you've got to make the call, right?
Mons hit the first. Mariah back rims the second of the rebound to Hedgie. And now the timeout to Coach Smith. 2:20 to go in the fourth quarter. We got a tense moment. Herriman leads 44-37. You're watching the 6A quarterfinals on KSLSports.com. Out of the timeout, 2:20. 2:20 left here in the fourth quarter. Winner moves on to take on Lone Peak. And Riverton has surged, but Herriman has been surge protected. No warranty needed. If it's going to break that Awana warranty. Outside with Mons. Cross it over, send back to the corner. Burbage. Short on the triple and the rebound to Ross.
It was online. Boy, that driving kick has been really good for Herriman today.
Hartman. Sheehan's Jenkins with 4 fouls each. McCleary's 3, no. Hartman with the board. Gets that into Jenkins. 19, or probably that's a Ross, rather.
Nope, it was Jenkins.
It was Jenkins.
33.
They both came out, they got the sleeves, and that is now 19 points on the night for the senior. 5-point game once again. But Herriman's answered every time it's gotten to 5 is Mariah Mons. Drives, no call on the contact. Now on the run, Ross to Christensen. McCleary for 3.
Well, I feel like Riverton's taking a lot of threes right now, Dusty. A lot of threes for Riverton. They've been fortunate to get some offensive rebounds and some putbacks, but man, I don't know if I love falling in love with that here late. You just kind of chip away, you'll find yourself in a position.
And Riverton going to take a timeout with 1:20 to go here in the fourth quarter.
And I missed it. Lexi Jensen's fouled out.
Yeah.
I missed that.
That's what put McDougal at the line. Yeah.
I
was during the air horn.
was not paying attention.
That was the air horn play. So, Dusty Lister, Dane Stewart with you all week long. 28 games this week. We'll go here at the University of Utah through Thursday, get Friday off, and then we'll be at the Marriott Center, where very rarely change the state championship venue. I think fortunately to the players, we'll see if BYU has the curtains down like this to keep somewhat of the shooting norms the same, because it's very similar setup at the Marriott Center.
Yes, it is. Except I would say it's probably got a little bit of a deeper feel to it.
A little larger.
I've never been on the floor in the Marriott Center,
Yeah.
but I would say here you've got a deep field. But I would say the Marriott Center, it's even deeper because it's rectangular and
A little more.
I don't know.
Same kind of to oval a little bit, but yeah, a little bigger. So your lower bowl is a little longer and it's newer, but I don't know if that changes. Boards are bigger, for what that's worth.
which means you'll have a better view, right? The TV is nicer.
And one underneath or two, so
36K technology. And
gladly we're not in charge of it. 44-39. Into Zariah Jenkins, right back in. McDougal backs Mons down. She's stuck in the lane, sent down off Atasi. Jenkins on the drive. A wild shot won't go. Rebounds loose. Hartman out to Afatasi. Off on the three, and the rebound to Burbage. And a near tie up there by Hartman, but she didn't want a chance at number 5. Anger.
how long did you play here? Got to get this across.
There's Mons to the corner. Burbage with the dagger.
The corner three, Dusty. How many of those has Herriman hit tonight?
Especially in response as McDougal goes in to Rasa, face up and hit. Timeout taken by Coach Lee, just under 30 seconds to go.
That's our last.
Can't stop the clock again. Time's left, gotta have missed free throws.
Yeah.
And it's a full timeout. We'll take it. We'll be right back. You're watching the 2022 rather, 6A quarterfinals.
College wasn't built for me.
I didn't care if I had to work a double shift.
Or if my kid had a fever.
Deadline's a deadline.
I want to set the deadlines.
I want to take tests when I'm ready.
I want to take courses on my time.
And speed up when I know my stuff.
I want a university that cares about me.
Tests on your time, courses on your time, graduate on your time. WGU, the nonprofit university of VIEW.
29 seconds to go in a 6-point ball game. Herriman, they got all the advantages. They have the possession arrow, no timeouts left for Riverton. And a double bonus is Enger. Is then fouled by Ross. That'd be her third. So can the Enger go to the line? 2 free throws, essentially seals it.
Herriman made the championship last year. Made the semis the year before?
Quarters.
2 years ago. 3
What
years
am I-
ago.
Yeah, I think they beat
At Slick, right? Didn't they make it to the semis at
Bo
Slick?
was here at Utah, and they lost to Fremont as that free throw no good.
2 years ago. In the semi?
Yes. I don't know. Got to remember.
I feel like it's becoming a regular thing for Coach Smith. That's what I'm trying to get at.
Anger leaves the door open, but Riverton needs a 3. Jenkins dribbles into Burbage, and the steal from Burbage, and now the foul. Missed opportunity there for Riverton.
A great game for Jenkins. 19 points, 9 rebounds, and that her 5th foul. Her senior contest coming to a conclusion here.
What an effort.
Yeah.
From the jump, she had the steal and the bucket at the beginning.
And then another steal right after that.
Yeah. Played her tail off.
Yep.
Just shy of a double-double.
Shooter is Halle Burbage.
One of those things, not much more she could do tonight.
No.
Play after play after play turned in as Burbage at the line. Who missed the free
3
throw.
missed free throws here for Herriman late.
They just need 1. With time left, is the only way that Riverton stays in the game here. And there it is. Belle Christensen hands off to McCleary. She pulls for 3 and partially tipped. And that'll do as Herriman takes the foul from McDougal. And it'll be Herriman moving on to the semifinals where they'll take on Lone Peak for the 2nd year in a row.
Shooting 2 shots. Number 2, Presley Hickey. For Riverton, number 2, Bailey Bergquist, and number 14, Abby Coleman.
So Brooke Hartman comes on. A lot of seniors here for Riverton, and terrific effort from the Silverwolves. They'll come up just short. Wanted to shoot it, and a lips out. And Herriman heading back to the semifinals. A gutty win for the Mustangs, 49-41 over their rival, the Riverton Silverwolves. Dan, your final thoughts on selection of a Heinemann and Associates Player of the Game?
Well, you know, we always talk about this every year, Dusty. How does the 3-ball transition to the U? Always kind of concerned if that's going to work for Herriman or not. Today it did. It was a bit of a slow start in the first half, but second half they really started to hit it. A lot of credit to Riverton. Felt like it was tough for them to get a lot of momentum. They made a great push the last 4 minutes of this ball game. Just not enough to overcome what was a great shooting effort from Herriman. And for me, the player of the game, it's Haley Burbage. I think, you know, her ability to hit that corner three was critical. Finished with 15 points, 5 rebounds to help lead the way for Herriman as they punch another ticket back to a semifinal. Haley Burbage, our player of the game.
I mean, spectacular effort from Jenkins. Man, she played well. You get to see the updated bracket. There's your semifinals on Thursday. Those games will start at 3 o'clock. But a terrific effort from Jenkins, terrific effort from Riverton, an outstanding year. And the Coach Lee, good run at Riverton. Will be a new head coach of Riverton girls basketball, be announced soon. But for Herriman, it lives on for another day as they will take on the unbeaten Lone Peak Knights in the semifinals for the second year in a row. Congratulations to them and to our player of the game, Hallie Burbage, our Heinemann Associates Player of the Game. For Vince Francis and Dane Stewart, I'm Dusty Lister. Thanks for joining us. And we'll be back for the 5A semifinals tomorrow right here on KSLSports.com.